Hello, so today this video is daily attendance for May 17th, 2021, okay? So I am uploading this a day before so that way you guys can, get on the ball and get a start, okay? So this is daily attendance. The link is already up. And then this week is midterms, okay? Remember that I have my midterms a whole week before. So I think everybody uploaded their assignments appropriately. I will discuss English 145 because I want you to work smarter, not harder, okay? So my assignments shouldn't take that long to do, all right? So I will explain how you could, English 133 really has to write things down with, and English 145, you could just, I'll explain it later. You guys can sort of maybe copy and paste. You can also probably just write the answers. Okay, it shouldn't be taking you that long, okay? I don't like for you to handwrite it. It takes a long time, and I'm not here to make you work harder. I'm here to, let's get the stuff done, let's get it in, and then that way it frees up your time, okay? So I will be discussing homework for English 145 specifically, because I think some of you, especially my newbies, took a long time. You shouldn't be taking that long, okay? And that's not my intention. My intention is not to take it long. Another thing, if you guys wait till the last day, and if you guys wait like 2 hours before, or you start working on your assignments at 7 o'clock at night, of course everything's going to go wrong, okay? And you're not going to be able to upload, and you're going to have problems, and you're going to have difficulties. So this is part of the skills that you're learning in my class, is don't leave things till the last minute, because it's Murphy's Law. So you need to make sure that you schedule your stuff appropriately in a timely manner, so that way you can allow for mistakes, technical issues, or any other catastrophe that might happen. You can still meet your deadlines, because this is school, right? And if you don't meet your deadlines, then that's a problem. But if you don't meet your deadlines in school, it probably means that you won't be meeting your deadlines, in the future at work, or for any other higher level of education or anything, okay? I'm just going to say this, I've had students that, that are consistent, in my past classes, and I have all your documents, so I know if you're consistent with me or not, okay? If you're always asking, to upload it late because whatever, I have documented, okay? Just like all your bosses and everyone else that you deal with, okay? So if you can't handle my class, if you are wanting a higher education, you probably won't do well, okay? So you need to nip my class, you need to nip the bud, what is it called? Nip it in the bud, right? Bud, and it's like a bud, like a flower, not a butt, right? And so you need to nip it in the bud right before it blossoms, okay? And that whatever it is, and that's where that saying comes from. So you need to nip it in the bud. If you cannot handle my class, if you cannot handle the deadlines for my class, if you cannot handle the workload, you probably won't be able to handle a higher education. So this is really good practice to get my stuff done orderly, in a timely manner, to get done quickly. If you have issues, I always answer, as you know, but you shouldn't be spending all that much time in my class, especially since I don't have specific requirements. So my class is about working smarter, not harder, okay? So we'll discuss that. Grading. Because I let you all take till Friday to turn in the stuff, then that prolongs my ability to grade, okay? Because then I can't grade appropriately. So, or not appropriately, I can't grade, within the week, because I gave you up until Friday. It was because of the first week, and then Saturday SU was down, so I am not up to date with my grading. And then my whatever is pending, which is basically daily attendance, which is first and foremost priority. It takes me 4 hours to do daily attendance. So daily attendance is takes me a big chunk of my time. So that's what that's what I started doing on Sunday, as soon as the portals were open. So I am behind on my grading. I will probably be up to date by the mid of this week or the end of this week, okay? And of course I have my midterms as well coming in, so I don't like to be behind. When I have my whatever is coming up for the week, that's what I like to grade. And so I'm sort of just waiting for you all to finish and upload your stuff, so that way I can get that done. So your grades are not I have not graded everything because we had a delay with the SU because they were down, and because I allowed for you all to turn in your assignments on Friday. So it takes, the longer it takes for you guys to upload and for you guys to meet your deadline, and for the deadline that I put it, then the longer it takes me to grade, because then I have less time. But I should be up to a par with all the grading probably by mid this week. Okay, so be patient with that. So that's the grading. This is midterm. Oh, teams. Teams will be done on Tuesday. We will be doing midterm. I'm so sorry, I have my braces, so I get really thirsty and then it gets really dry. So midterm should be done this week. Sorry, teams is going to be done this week. So I am already set with my teams groups. There's some people that I couldn't find in the teams roster. I don't know if you have a different name or you change your name, or in teams it comes out like a different name from what your regular roster is. So you need to tell me, because then that means I didn't find you. So I will be sending out a text through Teams chat saying that you guys are all set, because you are. And we will be having a Teams meeting on Tuesday. I will start at 9, and then I will do the next class at 10. Okay, I haven't decided which one I'm going to do first. I'm thinking I might do English 145, but check your calendars on Team, because that's how you're going to know. You don't get an invite for Teams, and so you need to check your calendar on Teams, and you will find a join button there that you can join when we're ready to start getting to start the meeting. Okay, I do offer meditation sessions afterwards, so if you're up for meditation, I highly encourage you to join me. It is not mandatory. If you do have to work, then just let me know. If you are available, I highly encourage you to join the meeting. That's when I do my lectures, and you are paying for my expertise, and that's when you get it. And you have full access to me at that time. So, it's sort of like having, I don't know, like access to, I don't know, the free internet, and you don't take it, or it's part of maybe having your iPad and then you don't use it, right? It's sort of the same thing. So your teachers are all resources that you should optimize, and you should make sure that you fully take advantage of. We're experts in our field, and we are very highly qualified, and people die to know what we know, right? In my business, I charge a lot of money just so I can consult my clients, okay? Flat fee, not even before we start our transactions or our deals. So use us and take advantage of it, and you never know what you might learn. And that whatever it is that you learn, and whatever it is that you're building on your schemata, on your knowledge, will help you become who you are. And that knowledge eventually, if you don't use it now, you can use it later. And I'm very, very knowledgeable. I have a lot of experience, so I can teach you a lot of stuff during those meetings. Okay, so I highly encourage you to show up. Afterwards, I do have meditation, and out of respect for me, I would expect for you to show up. Just like I show up for you, you all need to show up for me. Okay, so whether you want to show up or not, unless you're you can't, and unless you're working. But if you're not doing anything and you don't have class and you just diss me because you're not, that's a full disrespect, and that's not an equal give and take, and that's not a collaboration of our work, okay, and our class. You all require a lot of your teachers, but then you don't give the same effort. So the same effort that you expect from your teachers, we expect from you. We expect for you to show up, right? Even if you don't get a grade, even if it's not mandatory, just show up. Part of what I teach you in life, in my class, is that sometimes for life, all you have to do is just show up, period. If you show up for my class and you do a little bit of work, you get 100. Okay, easy 100. If you don't show up, you don't do the work, then you don't. So part of what I teach you in my class is about showing up. And all those meetings that you don't want to go to, and all those meetings that people tell you, oh, you're not getting paid for it, don't go, because there's going to be important things that you're going to get out of it. And if you don't get out of it something at that moment, you'll get something out of it later. If it's not loyalty from your boss, or flexibility from your boss, or maybe a promotion because you're always there, people notice. Okay, so take full advantage, and you want to be the best person that you can. If it's part of your requirements, then show up. I could very well not do a Teams meeting, but I choose to because I I'm here to have access, and I'm here to give you the best experience in school, and I'm not going to cheat you out of your curriculum, and I'm not going to cheat you out of whatever is available. That's why we do YouTube. That's why we do SU. That's why I answer at whatever time you text me. I answer a lot whatever time you text me, okay? The bubble is a whole different deal. I sort of log on, once a day, and so that, and then the email, I basically answer our text and our emails all day long. So just like I am there for you, I expect you to be there for me and for us to get through it. And I don't want to have to, if you guys don't show up, let me tell you what's going to happen. All right? Hardly anybody shows up to teams, okay? And so that's a huge problem for school. What's going to happen is that the school's going to require that you show up, and that you're going to have to get a grade for it. So you might as well show up. That way you don't have to get a grade for it. And that way, you just, you learn. Okay. So lots of stuff. All right. So midterm, this is what you're going to, okay. So daily attendance, I'm only going to leave it open for a whole day. So you're going to have to turn it in on Tuesday at 8 at 11:49. Okay. That's it. Okay. So you have a full day. So make sure you get it in. Okay. There will only be one daily attendance this week because you have midterm, and you're going to be working on your midterm, okay? So this is your midterm. This is instructions for midterms. Midterm is going to be a vision board. A vision board is something that you have to see. There's people in my other classes at times that I've had the vision board, and they've done an electronic vision board. I don't like it, because part of the vision board is that you visualize it and you consistently see it. So if you see it, then you bring it into, first you have to imagine whatever it is that you want, right? And then you have to plan it, and then you have to work it, and then you finalize it. But if you can't see what it is that you want, then you will not be able to create it. You are in school because you visualized going to school, because you visualized having your diploma, because you visualized what kind of work and job you would have, because you visualized what that degree would give you, and because you can visualize what it would mean for you to have your degree and all the money that will come with it, okay? That's why you are in school. So in the process of imagining it and dreaming it and visualizing it, you worked it, you did what you had to do, then you first planned it, then you worked it, and then now you're in it, and eventually you can have your degree. So a vision board is something that you can see. I'm not gonna show you my office because it's a hot mess, but I have things in my office where I have specific goals that I want to meet, okay? So vision board is about visualizing whatever it is that you so dream, okay? And as I mentioned before, if your dream does not scare you and does not shake the very core of you, then it's not big enough, okay? So you can do vision boards however it is that you want. You can get a wall wherever it is that you see daily. So I recommend that you set aside a place where you do your homework and your work, okay? Like a little office. It's okay if it's a little corner, but that way it's yours. Nobody gets into your stuff. You buy a little table. When I moved, I was like doing like multi-million-dollar deals like on a little table, plastic table that I bought in Target, and I bought like folding chairs, and I used to work on that till because I was also working with my school, right? So I had my school and I was building my business, and I would do all my school stuff, and I had to go to school to give classes, and on weekend, and then I had to grade, and then on weekends, and every time I could, I would work on my business, and I would work till late night, like until 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, and get all the stuff that I needed to get. And it was on a plastic table, okay? If people knew that I created their deals like in a plastic table with my computer and a chair, they wouldn't believe it, okay? So because we closed multi-million-dollar deals based on what I was able to do in my little space, okay? Because I was in transition and I didn't have a space to work, and I didn't even have like a table, okay? But so it doesn't matter where. So you have your space, okay? So whatever it is that you want to choose, you can use a wall wherever your desk is, or wherever your space is, or you can do your vanity or your mirror where you brush your teeth and you see it every single day, or you can do like a science board and you can use that, or you can use, I had students that did really pretty like bulletin boards, okay? Since I was a teacher and I was in public schools, and I was a principal and I was an assistant principal, I always created my bulletin board. I didn't have a bulletin board, but I created a border, and I always like pasted on stuff that I wanted. And so one of the first things that happened with my vision board was this I'm so sorry. I'm so thirsty and I don't have anything. So I don't know. Some of you all need to like drink water, and there's something that you all need to sort of speak, okay? Because I'm having a lot of trouble like speaking, and I have a really dry mouth. Okay, so somebody has to check on that. I usually have my water because I get really thirsty, and I'm 15 minutes in, so I'm not gonna go get my water. So anyway, so please bear with me. So the vision board, one of the first vision boards that I ever did, and I, without knowing them, I had this picture of Shanghai that I just loved. It, you know, Shanghai is beautiful, and it has the Bond River is what it's called. And on the other side, there's a river, and on the other side, there was these buildings that looked like the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere of the world, of the earth, right? And they were like glass. They were full buildings. They were several, you know, stair like floors and stuff. So once you got in, you know, they were full buildings. They were like multi-level buildings. But from afar, from the other side of the river, okay, they looked like they were like the earth, like it was the world. And at night, it looked like they were floating on the water. It was because they were lit up, and so you saw, you know, North America, South America, all the Americas, and then the other hemisphere you saw east and west. I'm sorry, it wasn't northern and southern, and then you saw Asia, and so it looked like the Earth was like, you could see like it was a map, and it was like these spheres, right, the globes, and they were like floating in the river. And so, so it was a really pretty picture. And so I just pasted it up, right? Because I loved the picture. Well, what happened is that I went to China twice, and I went to Shanghai because it was a desire of mine. I wanted to go to China, and it's a long story, but I sort of had the opportunity to go to China. And the second time I went to China, it sort of was my honeymoon, and I didn't realize that. That's another story, right? So I went to China twice. So that's how I sort of started accidentally with vision boards. And then I also had an intern while I was, you know, an assistant principal, and he's the one that initially told me. He's like, you know, Lucia, if you put in like a picture of anything, it'll manifest and it'll come into reality. I said, you're crazy. And then he said, no, really. I said, like what? He's like, if you want a Mercedes, just put up a Mercedes and you'll eventually materialize it. I said, you're crazy. Well, years later, right, like 10 years later, I started doing it accidentally and really started my spiritual path and started reading all sorts of different theories and just different theories and perspectives of how to live, right? And so I started incorporating that, and it is part of the way that I live. Like, I live by the law of attraction, I live by manifestation, I live by vision boards, I live by spirituality, right? And I believe. So whatever it is that you believe, good or bad, right? If you don't believe you can do it, you're not going to do it. If you believe you can do it, you're going to do it. Really, really hard, heavy duty, like impossible, miraculous things that seem impossible that you want will take 5 years. Okay, so don't think it's going to be easy. Other stuff that's easier will take, you know, shorter time, maybe like 1 or 2 years. Okay, but really, really heavy duty, like enormous house, or like, you know, a heavy duty position, money that you're acquiring, it'll take some time for you to get there. Okay, so you can use either, you know, you can do it however you want, but it has to be you know, physical. It has to be tangible. It has to be something that you can touch in order to see the vision board. It can't be electrical. It can't be, you know, a PowerPoint. It can't, because you're defeating the purpose, because this is about visualization. It's about being able to see it, and it's about being able to visualize it. And so before you go to sleep, you visualize your vision board, or you visualize whatever it is. If you want a house with, you know, and you have to be very specific about what it is that you want. You know, if you want a house with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, half an acre, you know, picket white fence, you know, near a park, you know, a big garden, you know, pecans, irrigation rights, whatever it is that you want, then you have to visualize the way you want it, okay? So you can cut out pictures, print them out. If you can't, you can go to the library, I think, or you can print them out if if you're at home and you have a printer, or, or cut out magazines, or pictures out of magazines, or wherever you want to find it. Usually magazine pictures are really easy, and you can paste them, and then you paste them onto your vision board, okay? So I have evolved with my vision board, and so with my vision board, I have categories. I have my money category, and you have to be very specific with what you want. If you want to make $20,000, you have to say, I am going to make $20,000, and that's my target. If you want to make $100,000, then you need to put in that you will put $100,000, salary of $100,000, okay? Or you put like money, right? You put like $100 bills or 1,000. So you put whatever represents that, okay? $100,000, in your field, that probably means that you're going to probably have to do a higher level of education. So just because you're asking for a certain amount of money, let's say, but you don't have the requirements, or you don't know how you're going to get there, then you need to sort of figure out, look at the end goal, okay? Don't think, well, how am I going to do it? Don't worry about that. But if you do want to make 100,000, but you don't have a degree, you know that that's not going to possibly happen. So then you're going to have to get a degree in order to get your 100,000, okay? So you're very specific. Somebody has somebody's chest is like pressured, like I can't breathe. So that means that you have to say something. Somebody's being oppressed, okay? So speak your truth, all right? So what happens is that for you have your economics, and you have like maybe your career and your money. What is it that you want? And then you have maybe like graduation, right? You want to graduate with your degree. So then you put yourself like in graduation, or you put like cap and gown, or you put your certificate, or you put like school and books, and that's what you're going to be like. You're going to graduate, but you put whatever it is. You don't put like just books and that's it. You put your certificate, you put your cap and gown, because in order for you to graduate, you need to go be walking. What does that look like when you graduate? What you graduate is that you're going to go walk. You're going to go have your cap and gown. They're going to give you your certificate there. It's going to be an incredible ceremony. You visualize all these things, okay? With the money, you visualize the money. You visualize, getting hired. You visualize, earning, a paycheck that you don't have to worry about, right? You should get to a point in economics and in money where you don't know when they pay you, okay? You have no idea when they pay you. Why? Because then that means there's enough money in the bank, and it doesn't matter when you get paid, okay? That's where you should get to. And then you can have your degree, right, in your school. You can also have like, what is your family life like? Do you want a house? Do you want to own a house if you're in an apartment? If you're renting, do you want to have a house? Do you want to build your house? Do you want some acreage? What kind of house do you want? Or do you what is it that you want? Do you want to travel? So if you want that, then you put in your house, and you put however it is that you want your house, a 2-story house, a house with 3 bathrooms, beautiful mansion, whatever it is that you want. And then like, I love to travel, so I always have a goal, and I always visualize wherever I'm going to travel. I'm very into spirituality, so I just recently got back from Cancun, and I did the equinox over there. So I was there for the equinox, okay, for the solstice, I think it was the spring solstice. I can't remember which one's which. I think there's only like summer and winter equinox, I think, and then summer solstice. I think there is everything. But I went to Chichen Itza. It's very spiritual, and so I did that. Prior to that, I went to El Camino Santiago. It's a long story. I'm taking a lot right now, but anyway. So you walk Spain. I walked Spain for 30 days. And that was a pilgrimage. So I had planned that pilgrimage for 10 years earlier. Okay, I had visualized it, I had planned it, and then it finally came through, and it took a long time to manifest that. Okay, so it just depends, right? So if you like to travel, then put in whatever it is, where you want to go. I wanted to go to China. I've gone to China twice. I wanted to go to the pilgrimage and walk my Camino in Santiago in Spain. I walked it. I've gone to Cancun. I'm fairly well traveled. So where do you want to go? And it's not because I had money when I was, when I was younger, I didn't, but I managed it to be able to travel. Okay. So where is it that you want to go if you want to travel, right? And then, and then spirituality. For me, it's very spiritual, right? So what is it that I want? I want to do pilgrimages. I want, to be, well and balanced in mind, spirit, and body, right? So that's spirituality. What is it that you want? Do you want to, do you want to be Christian, and do you want a Christian home? I'm kind of a mix of everything. I'm very spiritual, so kind of Buddhist and Catholic and all that, but and I'm very spiritual. So I have a mix of stuff, but you decide what it is that you want. Also health, do you want to lose some weight? I want to lose 5 pounds. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to be healthier. I want to get my sugar controlled. I want to not eat so much bread. For right now with my health, everybody says I really look good, but I'm a little over what I'm a desired weight. So what is your desired weight, and where do you want to be, right? And work towards it. I really have to manage my sugar. I eat a lot of sugar, and I lost a brother to diabetes. So sugar is very important to me, and I need to just stop with the sugar, but I can't. Okay, so I'm working very diligent for my sugar. So what is it with your health? Do you want, my little watch told me, if you just do 5 miles daily, you'll hit, I don't know what target. So that's going to be my target. I usually do 5 miles. Apparently I haven't been doing 5 miles, so I'm going to be very watchful to be able to make sure that I meet that. Whether it's running, I usually do 2.5 miles running, and then 2.5 miles in the evening when I walk. Okay, so 20 minutes a day is a mile. Okay, and you get in a mile. That's not even a Netflix binge. So get out. What is it that you want, and start doing it, and start disciplining yourself to do it. So you have your spirituality, and then you have your health. And then for me, I always have my relationships. I want my partnerships, the people that I live with, with my children. I want a harmonious, loving, kind, and compassionate relationship full of love and kindness and understanding and equal give and take. Okay, so that's what I have, and so that's what I put. I put like a family, or I put a picture. I always have pictures of my children, and I always put like love, harmony, union, peace, calmness. That's what I want. When I left my first husband, all I wanted was peace. So right now I just want to be happy, right? I just want to be able to just be happy. Okay, so no drama. Don't put drama. Like, if you don't want any drama, you don't put drama, you put peace. Okay, so you have to pick your words as well. If you want like no war, you don't say no war. You say, I want peace, I want calm, I want harmonious relationships, I want relationships that are loving, I want relationships that are compassionate, I want relationships that are equal give and take, I want relationships that are respectful, I want relationships that are intimate, I want relationships that are sensual, I want relationships that are loving sexual, I want relationships that, whatever relationships you want, harmonious relationships. I want, relationships that have beautiful communication. I want relationships that are mutually, high vibrational, whatever it is that you want. So you pick and you choose whatever it is that you want in your life. You want peace, you want love, you want prosperity, you want abundance, you want health, you want, peace, prosperity, health, I think that sort of covers all of it. Okay, so whatever it is that you want, good mental health, right? There's just so much stuff that you can ask for. So I usually divide up my vision board with that, and there's a lot of categories, but I want to make sure that I get them all. So you can do all the categories that you want. Don't be overwhelming, because you also have to work that. That means that once you have your vision board, you work it. If you see your house and you want a house, then you look at the house, and you look at the house, and you look at the house, and every time you put it in a place where strategic, where you'll be seeing it, like all day during the day, or at least in the morning and the evening, or somewhere where you have it. Okay, I'm just going to mention this. The soup of the soup of the soul, that that writer had mentioned that he sort of, wrote his book and couldn't figure out how to sell it. He couldn't sell it, okay? And this isn't The Secret. I don't know. It's kind of a little like, The Secret is a little movie, and it's kind of like little like feel good or whatever. So, you might watch it. It's very interesting, and it changes your whole perspective, okay? Like little corny, but it really, I believe it. So anyway, they mentioned this. He mentions that in that little movie, like it's an 11-minute movie or 15-minute movie. So I highly encourage you to look it up on YouTube, okay? So what you do, and this is part of midterm, right? It's part of researching whatever it is that I'm telling you. So research The Secret, research vision boards, okay? And then look at what is out there. Google them. There might probably be a DIY for YouTube. So this is part of your midterm. You have to research the vision board so you can get an idea of how you want the vision boards. Anyway, so this guy was wanting to sell his book. Nobody cared to sell it. And so he sort of said, well, I need maybe someone to feature it, right? And so then he saw an ad or something about the Inquirer when he thought, well, maybe I can get on the Inquirer, okay? And so what he did is he started manifesting the Inquirer. So what happened is that he bumped into a reporter like in a 7-Eleven or something, and so that's how he connected. And so based on that, he also determined how many books he needed to sell and how many books he wanted. So he said that he put in his ceiling, and as soon as he woke up, he had the number of books that he wanted to sell. And then after he would wake up, before when he woke up, he saw it, and before he went to sleep, he saw whatever it is that he had in his vision board, which was in the ceiling, okay? And so then after he met that goal, then he went, well, maybe I can sell 1 million, or maybe I can sell 2 millions, or whatever. And so he says that helped him tremendously, and he believes in the law of attraction. He also believes in the vision board, okay? So you have to have your vision board where you see it, and then at night you have to see it before you go to sleep, and then as you go to sleep, just visualize it, and then once you visualize it, okay, because it's not just about seeing it, but it's about embodying it, and it's about seeing yourself in the house, if that's what you want, right? Seeing yourself living in the house, and then feeling the feelings and smelling the smells that you will have whenever you are going to live in that house. So it's about embodying the whole experience, about the visualization and whatever visual you have in order to manifest it, create it, and make it happen. Okay, so it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of discipline, and everything is work. Nothing in life is easy, and there are no shortcuts. Period. I'm telling you right now, okay? Even if you take the shortcut, it's not going to come out, and you're going to have to work harder, okay? El flojo trabaja doble, which my mother says, okay? That the lazy one works double, right? Because you're trying to cut corners, and then you do stuff that you're not supposed to, or it doesn't come out or whatever, and then it becomes a hot mess. So do things right, do them right the first time. That way that you don't have to go correct them and go get them done again, okay? So you're just working and having to do it double because you didn't do it right the first time because you got lazy. So everything is work. There are no shortcuts, and you're going to have to work for everything and anything that you want and need. Okay, so do the research. You're gonna have your midterm. Let's do Wednesday at 11:59. It'll be that's when you have to turn it in. I want something pretty. You're gonna have to do a video. You're gonna have to do a video, okay? And you're gonna have to do the video, and you're gonna have to show me your vision board. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this because I don't know who wrote it. You're gonna have to show me your vision board. So you're gonna have to do the video. Okay, and then you're gonna have to show me the vision board like this, okay? The vision board, you're gonna be talking, and then you're gonna describe everything that's on the vision board. So it's a video that you're gonna upload to your SU link on midterm, okay? And that's gonna be on week 2. Your daily attendances are always on week 1. So your links for daily attendance are on week 1. Your midterm is gonna be on week 2 because this is week 2. So you're gonna show me your midterm, you're gonna show me your vision board that's gonna be tangible. It's gonna be a physical vision board. You're gonna show it to me, and you're gonna be there like a teacher explaining to me what the vision board is, why it is that you chose it, and what it means to you. Okay, if you can, if you want love, then you can put love here, travel, health, prosperity, graduation, spirituality, whatever it is that you want. Okay, so you show it to me, and you and then you tell me what it is. So it's a video based on the vision board that you will be explaining to me. For those of you who are shy, I'm just going to be really harsh. Get over it. This is a requirement. Part of what you have to learn in school is to be able to present, to be able to articulate whatever it is that the teacher's asking you to do, and it will serve you well. And if you're shy, you need to work through that. And as you work through these presentations, then that will give you the confidence that you need to get better and to improve yourself. Because remember, life is just about becoming the best person that you can be, and being the best that you can be, and being better than what you were an hour ago, a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, because you have no other competition but yourself. Okay, so get to it. Alrighty, I think that concludes it. If you have any question, I know this is a long video. It is what it is, and it's instructions on that. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. There's someone that needs to speak their truth for whatever reason and drink a lot of water. Somebody's really thirsty, okay? I'll see you on Tuesday, and I'm so excited to have you, and I'm so excited for this project. I can't wait to see what you guys have. Make it pretty. Make it, if there's anything that my husband taught me is that he loves pretty things, and he loves things that, always look pretty, and he always tries to make things pretty, which is very interesting because he's male, right? Not that, males don't like pretty, but anyway, what I'm saying is that, make it pretty, make it your own, be proud of it. It's something that you're going to be viewing, and you're going to be seeing, and it's going to be evolving as you incorporate this into your life, because hopefully you'll incorporate it into your life, and you will truly see the power of your manifestations and your visualizations. You will see them. Okay? All right? So make them pretty. Make it for yourself. This is for you. Okay? All right. Namaste. Love and light. Ciao.